Hi, I got a viewer request to do a celebrity reading about Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. So initially, I was picking up that like his drug use would be like the wrench in the works, and so I'll just like connect with their energies right now. Yeah, like Kim has taken special. It's sort of like her life's work to create this solid foundation of these creative enterprises she has. Uh, she's very focused on creating careers for her children at this time. Uh, it's sort of like this panicky feeling like left over from a time when they didn't have everything that they wanted, where it's like she hasn't healed that fear in her yet, despite having so much at present. It's like not enough, so like she's worried that like something could like take that away or whatever, and like it's a irrational fear at this point maybe, because they have a lot. So to then focus on promoting the children, it seems extreme, just like the way I'm picking it up energetically. Um, Enter Pete Davidson. Uh, it's like, how it's like nice to date someone funny, it's like you're getting more oxygen in your body from like laughing, and just sort of keeps the mood up, which is like really nice. I know I've dated people who are funny and not funny, and I know the difference. Like you can be like often like more forgiving to the funny person because like you can't wait to like have that laugh again and feel good, because it's like it has like a chemical boost to like laughter and stuff. Um, and speaking of chemical boost, like his marijuana habit, if I can say this, it's like will win the arm wrestle of like love over his habit kind of thing. Like he doesn't think that's true, but like it will prove to be true kind of thing. Unless he decides to like stop smoking pot, which it doesn't, like I don't know that much about him, but I don't get the impression that's like in like on the table. But it would be an interesting question to pose to him, like, what's more important to you, our relationship, being safe around the kids, like being reliable, or pot smoking, and like which you would choose really, like with the like on a lie detector test or something. Um anyway, okay, all joking aside, I feel like he enjoys like their little projects together, like having her guest star, or like I don't think he feels like she's boosting his career necessarily. They're just like enjoying like playing. Like if you think of like a playground, like let's meet in the sandbox at lunch and like hang out, or it's that kind of vibe where it's like I like hanging out with you and doing little stuff here and there, because I guess they're both super busy, so that's why it feels like these little moments. Um, in terms of like long-term relationship, like I can see that. I feel like Kim is like open to that, and maybe she's like forgetting that he's addicted to drugs, like but like if you really put him in charge of the kids, or like if she went grocery shopping and he was with them for 3 hours or something, like is he able to not smoke up during that time, or like is he like a good like a reliable good role model, let's say. um I'm I don't get like I don't want to be mean or anything, but I'm not getting like a strong maternal involvement feeling from Kim. Um, like she may have one or two nannies or something like that. So she might not even be like prioritizing the kids in that way of like who am I bringing into their life. Like if she's happy, everyone's gotta roll with it. I don't know. It's hard because I'm like a parent too. Like I like my judgy side starts to show up a bit. But I'm gonna just try to do like a clear reading right now and not judge. Um, yeah. So I just maybe she really likes him and maybe he like doesn't mind their situation. It could go on for a long time, but it would be like I just when I think about it, I get this like numb feeling, and I don't know if that's like the feeling of being very high or something like that. Like I personally don't do drugs or drink alcohol because I like using my intuition, and even just a little bit of that, it's just like bye, you know. So I don't. I I prefer sobriety. So okay. Yeah, I just feel like the kids. I don't know. It's like really kind of like deep, I guess, but like the kids will grow up fast and sort of gain their own sort of independence early. I feel like just so they're a complicated family, I guess. Wow. It's like I wish I could. I wish I was painting a rosier picture. Yeah, it's like I don't know if like the desire to like be loved or like is greater than like having like doing the right thing. And I don't know if that comes from like codependence type stuff or like I feel like there's some narcissism that's playing a role in here, like where it's more important to be loved than to like live right or something like that. I feel like maybe Kim's fears of like losing her career like are somewhat validated in that like she could do something foolish, you know. And then people would like be less inclined to like buy her products or stuff like that. Yeah, it's like the vibes I feel like are like less glamorous than what we see like on TV or the internet or whatever. I feel like there's whatever. It's like I feel like there's more hope for like their kids, um, being like the more enlightened group that would like be making the most of their privileges, like having a positive impact and stuff. Like they grew up around like very interesting parents with different skills and media or design and whatever, and like they're taking all that stuff in. Um, they're keen observers of their surroundings, and they'll like make something like I wouldn't put all the pressure on Kim or whatever to like be awesome in this lifetime necessarily. And I don't know that we've really seen like her going to the wall to be like Jesus like or whatever in this lifetime. So like, why would we expect that of her moving forward? So yeah, like they could stay together. He could like f up and like have a scandal, which she could either forgive him for or decide to end it, but then they would like stay close in some way or other. So I feel it's not like relationship goals. I wouldn't say. It doesn't. It's not a vibe that I would personally want for myself. But like I do appreciate like funny people and whatever stuff like that. I mean, she has a very specific kind of like criteria for like who she would be with, and he fits into that, like someone who's already well known and kind of like that skit they did together where it's like Aladdin and on the carpet, like she can ride on this carpet with him. Like there's a certain amount of ease that's brought to her life, like not having to figure out certain things. But like his drug habit like definitely throws a wrench in terms of like what's going on. Like if you think of like a relationship like a ship, like like a boat in which you're relating with each other, like would you want like a pot smoking guy at the wheel? What happens when it gets like into some bad weather and stuff? Like if you were to compare like Sam Shepard with like him, like, like who would you choose in a crunch or what? Like you'd want the guy who could like be reliable and stuff. I don't know. I don't pick up. Like it's not like a fairy tale relationship. But I feel that like her being single is worse than her being in a relationship with someone she's comfortable with. So for the kids' sake, this works in that sense. And it's probably a blessing that they have nannies, because then it will keep them protected from any kind of druggy, like weird situation. And he's just sort of like a pal or something. I don't know, like instead of like a dad figure, Yeah, and I just feel like after a couple months from now, like my feeling is that Kanye will just be like, okay, like they're doing this, like I have to accept that, and I will focus on the kids, like shift his focus primarily on like how to be helpful and guiding the kids, like, and maybe if he can make peace with the fact that they're like learning a lot about society by like observing Kim and her family and etc., like, but that he also has an impact as a father, and like whatever good deeds he wants to like impart to them, like will also be like taken in by them and stuff like that. I think it'll just be like not that interesting to everybody that Kim and Pete are together, fairly shortly, and they'll just kind of like be in their zone. I don't feel like it's an easy relationship to like tear apart necessarily by any like third party. But it'll just like get off the radar, let's say, in fairly short order. Yeah, and I just like the vibe, the kind of Kardashian vibe is pretty dark. I don't know if they're like into playing in the dark, whatever. Call it's just not a happy. It's not like a good energy that I want to like focus on right now. Anyway, so that's my reading about them as a couple. I hope you enjoyed this. If anybody has a suggestion for a celebrity reading, feel free to contact me on my email, lauracrapo@gmail.com. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.